First of all, what wig, sis? What wig? Y'all can't clock me today. Try and clock me now, Patricia. Me and my real hair are telling Patricia to back up. Hey fam, Ahliyah here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video where I will be doing a complete wig customization tutorial video for beginners. I'm a beginner myself. I am not the best at doing this whole wig customization thing. So I literally sat on YouTube and watched 1,000,001 tutorials so I can get this down, so I can nail it, and so I can like break down and simplify the techniques and the terms so a beginner like me and you can understand how to do this, because this is a skill, you guys. This takes time, this takes patience. But I mean, as you can see, I created a what wig? What frontal though? What wig, sis? Is that your real hair? Is that your scalp? Okay, I did it. I did that. And I'm here to break it down even more simpler for you guys so you can learn how to do this. Listen, this was not easy, okay, but I feel like I broke the steps down in a very understandable way. So I hope I was able to teach this well enough for you guys, and if I did teach this well enough, by the end of this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed to my channel, So without further congé, if you are interested to know the complete and thorough steps of how to get a very customized lace frontal wig, let's delve right into this video. This video is in partnership with Diamond Virgin Hair Company, and here's their beautiful chromatic packaging. I have their 14-inch 13x6 Brazilian wavy frontal. I have Peruvian bundles because I just didn't have a Peruvian frontal, so I'm using the Brazilian wavy frontal. It's constructed very beautifully. The hairline already looks pretty natural. I have their 16-inch Peruvian wavy bundle, the 18-inch bundle, as well as the 20-inch bundle. So let's get into what we'll need. You will need some gloves, of course, some bleach to bleach the knots, some 40 volume developer to mix in with the bleach. You will need a mixing bowl, and I prefer a little mini mixing whisk, a butter knife, some purple shampoo to tone the knots. You also need some conditioner for after you rinse out the bleach, an extra large mesh dome cap, a rat tail comb. You will also need some tweezers, some T-pins, a flesh tone wig cap, whatever flesh tone you prefer, some hair shears, aka scissors, some got2b spiking glue gel, some wrapping foam, and lastly, you will need some gel. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bleach the knot. So I'm just going to take some T-pins and pin the frontal backwards onto my little wig head. I know I need to invest in a canvas wig head, but right now I'm just going to use my styrofoam one. So I'm just going to T-pin the frontal onto the wig head and start bleaching the knots, because we just don't want the wig or the frontal to move around as we're bleaching. We want it to be secure. And then I'm also just going to clip back the hair. So I'm going to take my 2 packets of bleach and I'm going to pour them both into the mixing bowl. And then I'm taking very little developer, like whoop, that's it. Okay, then we're going to take our mini whisk and we're going to mix the bleach and developer together. You want the consistency of like cookie dough. You want it to be super thick like this, like how you see it's not runny, it's not dripping, and it's even hard for me to get it off the whisk. That's how thick you want it. Make sure to put on your gloves to protect your hands and your skin from the chemical, and you're going to use that butter knife, and you're just going to grace the knots, grace the lace. Don't press, just grace it like butter, grace it like very smooth butter. Be sure not to press the bleach into like the lace, because it'll seep through and bleach the actual hair. A little bit of hair will get bleached if you're a beginner like me, because I bleached. Some of the hair got bleached, but it wasn't really noticeable. So just take your time with this. Just grace the lace softly, gently, work slowly. You don't need to work fast. Just make sure you coat the whole frontal that you're working with so all the knots can be bleached. And this will aid in the frontal looking even more natural and scalp-like after you're finished. And it also gently weakens the knots, so it's easier to pluck when we get to that part of the tutorial. Oh gosh, I forgot to tell y'all need foil. Okay, so after you finish bleaching the knots, you want to put some foil over top of it. Gently press this foil on top so the bleach can process the knots a little faster. Bleach and foil generate heat, and that'll just help it process. So just very gently press that foil on. Leave it on for about 20 minutes, but watch it, okay? Because we use 40 volume developer. And after you're done, rinse it out with purple shampoo. And this is what the hair looks like as it's drenched in conditioner. And I'm just showing you guys the knots, how it bleached. It's kind of brassy. I kind of bleached the hair just a little bit, but it still looks good. Okay, moving on. You're going to take your mesh dome cap. You're going to put it on your head. I learned this trick from Sophiology here on YouTube. I love her so much. She's like so funny. Anyways, put that on your head. It fits perfectly, actually. That was just me doing the most. I don't know what I was doing. I probably was admiring myself. Anyways, get you a white eyeliner pencil, okay? This is key, and this was like the most genius technique I ever learned. So put the frontal on your head, okay? Line it up to where you want the frontal to lay after your wig is already made, okay? Now we're going to take that white pen and we're going to mark the very front of the frontal where it's going to lie on your actual head, like when you're wearing the wig. You're going to mark the front, you're going to mark the back, you're going to mark where your ears are, so when you go to sew the frontal on, you don't sew past your ears, okay? Because it just makes it complicated. You got to cut off excess lace. You just want it to already be good, customized to your head shape. So I'm just marking where my ears are. Then I take the frontal off, and as you can see, I marked where my ear landed. I mark where the front of the frontal landed, the back of the frontal landed, and on my other ear. Yes, okay, we're good. So now put the dome cap back onto the styrofoam wig head or canvas wig head, whichever you have, and then just take some T-pins and T-pin exactly where you mark the frontal. And I kid you not, you guys, the frontal will lay perfectly flat. Like, that's what I have trouble with. I have trouble with making the frontal lay flat. So if you just do your markings and then T-pin where your markings are, I swear to you, the frontal will lay flat, completely flat, and it'll fit your head when you go to put your wig on after you make the wig. So after you guys do this, it should lay pretty flat. So I'm just gonna T-pin that last spot right there. I'm just gonna brush the hair forward because I'm about to sew down the frontal off camera. I'm not gonna show you guys how I make the wig, but I can if you want me to later on. I'm just going to clip the hair. And this is what it looks like. It's tight, it's completely flat, and it's ready to be sewn down onto the dome cap. I love this trick. Thank you to Sophiology here on YouTube, girl. Okay, so the wig is made. Now we're going to pluck the frontal. This is the most tedious and most stressful task, y'all, but you gotta do it. So I'm gonna take a spray bottle just with water. I forgot to show y'all that too, my bad. Anyways, spray the frontal because it's just best to pluck when the frontal is wet. I'm just gonna spray it, brush it back. And that is a Denman brush, by the way, y'all, but any brush you have will work. And we're just going to work on one half on camera. So I'm going to clip the other half, and then I'm just going to start T-pinning the lace so it's tight, so it's easier to pluck. And we're going to take out the very front baby hairs. You don't want to pluck those because you don't want to start causing a receding hairline, girl. So you want to make sure you save the very front hair. So take a rat tail comb, which comes in handy for this. Pull out those very front hairs. Don't pluck those. We're going to clip those away. Because if you start plucking the baby hairs immediately, you're going to start to recede the hairline. You don't want to do that, okay? We don't want that. And I'm just going to take a clip. I'm going to clip those away. And I'm also taking a T-pin and putting it through the hole in that clip and then pinning it to the styrofoam head so it's out of my way and it's secure. And now we're going to get to plucking. So this is what you want to do. You don't want to pluck straight across. You want to pluck and then take a space, pluck some more, take a space. You want to space out your plucking. You don't want to pluck in the same spot. A lot of people will tell you that you don't want to create bald spots. I'm telling you now, as a beginner, you're going to create some bald spots. It's just going to happen because you're a beginner, okay? You're learning. So I was just showing that to show you guys how to pluck. But now, this is what I found to be so helpful. It's very organized and it's just easier to maneuver it this way. So I'm just going to part the hair horizontally, clip it back, and then start plucking in sections. So I pulled the hair very taut, very tight. And then I'm just going to begin plucking aimlessly. Like, don't pluck in one spot. Always move around when you're plucking. Like, create spaces within the areas in which you are plucking. Because if you pluck in the same spot, you're going to create bald spots. You may create bald spots the first time you try to pluck your frontal. I mean, it's okay, just don't do it throughout the whole frontal. I actually did create some bald spots in this video. You guys are going to see. I mean, we're beginners. It's like, that's just going to happen, okay? So don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. I'm just here to show you guys that this is not an intimidating process. I just want to break it down to you guys. So you just want to continue to keep your frontal very damp because it's just easier to pluck these out. And because it's very easy to pluck the hairs out, you got to be careful, girl. You got to be careful, okay? Because these hairs come out so easily since we did bleach the knots, which again makes the knots a little bit more fragile. So I'm just doing section by section, parting the hair and then doing some plucking. And I'm not parting the hair all the way to the back of the frontal. You don't want to do that because you want the hair to be thick in the further back part of the frontal because you want to cover up the last track or the last few tracks in your wig that you made. So I'm just parting the hair, pinning it back, and then beginning to just pluck it. Pluck aimlessly. There's no real pattern you should go about, but just don't pluck in the same spot. That's all I gotta tell you. And yeah, just watch me pluck. This whole process took me about 3 hours, you guys. I know a lot of people say, oh, plucking only takes me like 30 minutes. I don't know. Maybe there's some pros, but realistically, this took me like 3 hours, you guys. I had 3 hours of footage to edit, so this will take a long time. So watch some TV, girl. Watch some Netflix. I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, I was catching up on season 10. So watch some TV. I had my laptop on my desk and I was just watching some Real Housewives of Atlanta as I was doing this. Girl, you got to keep yourself entertained. And then just to check my progress, I just like to take that comb and brush back the hair to see how it's looking, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, you guys. So I'm just, I swoop back the baby hairs and I'm just kind of seeing how the baby hairs are laying, and they're laying pretty good, you guys. So I finished plucking that side. I plucked the other half on camera, and then I'm just showing you guys how they look compared to each other, how the other side looks. The other side is very thick, and just to see your progress is just kind of motivating, encouraging. So that's how the pluck side looks. That's how the unpluck side looks. I'm just going to pluck that side off camera. And we are back. So I plucked the whole frontal. I put some wrapping foam in the hair, and I'm just swooping the baby hairs. Because this hair was wavy, it was so easy to swoop. It swooped so effortlessly. So this is how the front is looking. It looks so natural. I can't believe I did this. But as you can see, I created some bald spots, but it actually didn't look that bad once I put it on my head. And this is the other side plucked. I'm just swooping the hairs It looks so good. But this took y'all about 3 hours, but it looks so good. The ending result is like, it made me so happy. It made me so encouraged. I couldn't wait to put it on my head. Now moving on, I'm going to do the wig cap method as far as adhering the wig to my head. So you want to go take your flesh tone wig cap and you want to pull it all the way down to your brows. I would recommend doing this before you do your makeup. I see people doing this after they do their makeup and I'm just like, why? You're messing up your foundation. Anyways, take some Gots to Be glue and take it on that little brush that people use to like color their hair. I don't know what this brush is called. Anyways, take some Gots to Be glue and put it where you want your lace to like adhere to, where you want your lace to fall. So I'm putting it on my hairline like I'm putting it on my actual edges. It won't pull out your edges if you remove it properly. So remove this properly, remove it with water. It comes off very easily with water. And I am just coating one layer of this glue onto where I want the lace to lie. So basically my hairline. You only want to do one coat because this takes forever to dry and you don't want to be sitting here for 3 hours waiting for it to dry. Okay, so we're gonna wait for it to dry, about 45 minutes, girls, somewhat in that range. And then I'm going to touch it and feel it. If it's dry and not sticky, I'm good to go. So I'm taking some hair shears and I'm just cutting off the excess wig cap. I love this method. This method really makes your wigs look like it's growing from your scalp. Like it looks like scalp. I love this method, but it's not an everyday method, so do it when you have time. You don't have to do this every day. If you want this to last, you're gonna have to use some hair bonding, like some real good hair bonding glue. I know Ahliyah's Face recommended one. I can't remember the name of it, but go check out her channel because this is where I learned this technique from. And then I'm just gonna go do my face off camera. I'm back. Okay, so I took some flesh tone like powder and put it on the wig cap so it made it look like it was matching my skin. And I'm just gonna take one more layer of this Got to Be Glued gel, and this is what's going to adhere the lace to my head. Girl, my face is beat. Do you see my makeup though? Like, oh my gosh, girl, y'all saw me transform from a bum to a baddie. Anyways, wait for that to get tacky. Okay, now take the clips off of the wig and slowly start adhering the lace to where you put the glue down, and immediately it just looks like scalp, girl. Like, what wig, what frontal though? Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm gonna press the lace down so it adheres and you immediately feel it like stick to your head. So wait till this glue gets tacky. Think of it like eyelash glue. You want to wait till the glue gets tacky so it just sticks right where you put it. Now we're going to start styling. So I'm just going to straighten that part out a little bit and I'm going to start styling the hair. So I'm going to take some foam. This is just a rough draft. I like to use foam for the rough draft of my style because foam, you don't have to commit to foam because you can just comb it out very easily. Unlike gel, it starts to flake when you comb it out. Foam is so easy to work with. So I'm just going to take my rat tail comb and start swooping and creating my like baby hair effect on my head. Do you look, hold on. Oh my gosh, do you see that scalp? Do you see that? You guys, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. You guys, I'm a beginner like you guys, and I just wanted to break this down for beginners, and I just can't believe I did it, man. Anyways, I'm just going to continue to create these swoops. I wouldn't call them necessarily baby hairs because they're kind of thick, but I didn't care for thin baby hair, so I'm just creating some swoops. And I'm just slowly doing that so I can create my desired look that I want with the foam, and then I'll go in with gel and like secure the style. So just watch me do the swoops. Okay, so now that I like where my style is going, I'm going in with that Eco Styler gel that I showed you guys. Oh, by the way, did you see my nail? I got my nails done, girl. Yes, they was broken. Okay, I'm just going in with that Eco Styler gel, and now I'm securing the styles. So this gel will like hold this style in place, and I'm just going over my swoops, perfecting them, making them perfect, and securing the style. Just when you're doing this and your makeup's on, just be careful. Don't mess up your foundation. I like to do the swooped baby hairs as you saw when I had it on the wig head, so I don't cut that lace off. So when I'm swooping my baby hairs, I'm kind of swooping on the lace so it's not directly on my skin, if you get what I'm saying. And now I'm just going to go take some bobby pins, and I'm just going to like pin them where the swoop kind of dips in, so it kind of stays secured, and it kind of made a cute little hairstyle. So this is like my complete wig customization tutorial for beginners. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I broke it down well enough for you guys. I'm just going to close out with some little extra slow-mo so you guys can see what I'm working with. It looks so natural. I'm so proud of this, and I was a little proud right here. I did my little whoop whoop, raise the roof. I'm so stupid. Anyways, before I close out this video, I want to give a post notification shout out to my girl, Drama Harris. I love you, girl. Thank you for having my post notifications on. If you would like a post notification shout out in one of my videos, be sure to hashtag notification squad after your comment, subscribe to my channel, and tap that bell to be notified of my future uploads. And until next time, always remember to serve, honey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.